What? I thought we were friends, James Banks. James Banks. Well, I deleted that memory from my brain, so I honestly don't remember. No, I remember. I think I said this already on the first map, or at least going into it, that when I played them, they had this guy called Exi Power, and they had like 2 main orbs playing double orb setups. And if you do that properly on train, it's super hard, and I can tell you, they did it properly. So, I mean, it was not a good experience. But now, I mean, they don't have 2 main orbs in their lineup, and because of that, I think they will. Scooby can do it, but he just can't do it as well. Is what it is for sure.
You don't even get what I was doing there, do you?
Oh, okay. Scooby can. Oh man, Tom, please, please, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it'll be the same. I mean, first of all, the game was an online game, so it kind of removed the pressure. It's not exactly the same as playing a team like Gambit on LAN, right?
In a map where if you lose, you're eliminated from the tournament.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't get much more sort of high pressure than that. Although, I do have to wonder how much, well, yeah, that you can see the pressure there, like on the coach's face.
Yeah.
Just giggling away. But yeah, the thing is, I don't know what forZe went into this expecting. I think they know they're heavy underdogs, especially in this matchup.
Oh, you think?
Like,
they know that?
The 2 teams they faced off against are 2 teams that, at least previously, have both been like top 10 teams, like have like big titles under their belts. So they, for North, that was a while ago.
To see this. Sorry for interrupting, but
no Julie's
it's like the sickest meta here right now. Dropping a CZ and pushing B in a
CZ. And it's gonna go down instantly removed. He's
maybe
not simple.
Find a new meta.
Because he can't do what Simple does, where he just runs in and gets 4 kills.
That's exactly what I was thinking, right? But I think I also saw Snappy do it, or someone on Heroic. I feel maybe Muddy. Not entirely sure who placed the B bomb site there, but kills are being traded. Scooby finds one after Little goes down to Dosha.
I really want Scooby to play against forZe Pro, just because then you have Scooby snacks.
Yeah. And moving on. No, okay, I actually rate that. That was actually better than the average that comes from you. We see a back
average
6
is low.
Yeah, we see a back 6 smoke coming in here, and we even see an old bomb. No, it's right side of sight. Smoke, and because of those 2 smokes, they can now edge their way closer. They are going to be dropping the bomb here on the side, or having it planted. At least Mo finds the frag, even though he doesn't have Kevlar at all. He was the one to drop the CZ. So yeah, needs to be careful here, but instead it is Jerry who picks up 1. Sviat cannot quite find the 2nd, and with Adrian coming in from behind now, he might be able to change this round, but if FaceCrack plays it correctly, he should be able to get this kill, and it's just one big mess. But Hobbit now without a kit, and only 10 seconds, he pretty much has to stick it, and he won't. So the round is done and dusted. He's playing it quite well, but oh man. Okay, he at least gets the kill, and that's an extra $300. He got 3 kills. That means he could even buy a scout and body armor. So I don't think we'll go for that. I don't think Hobbit is really the type of guy.
He already has body armor.
Oh, that's actually even true because he survived as well, yeah. But I think he might. I mean, he could buy a scout and then drop it for someone, and then even buy a CZ for himself or something. Let Mo. I think. Yeah, Mo also got a kill, so he could actually. Hobbit could drop a scout. And then he could buy a CZ or something, have CZ body armor, and then Mo could even buy a body armor and then still have money for orb because he got that 1 kill. So he won't be buying body armor, but instead they drop 2 scouts, and the scout already coming into play. Little gets dropped down to 31.
Has a
okay, that's Hobbit that dropped that then.
Yeah, now that's pretty hefty. That's a decent buy, yeah. Dren going to be given the rifle. That won't be expected, but at the same time, I'm glad that we've finally seen this from forZe. That they managed to win both pistols in the previous map and convert none of them. This time they've gone heavier on the rifles. 3 AKs in. Obviously, there's the risk that if one of them goes down, an AK goes into the hands of the opponent, but much more of a chance of them taking these battles, and especially if they're heading over towards B, if they clear out the site, they can just play at range. Already, though, Dosia with the scout. A tag has also gone in onto Little. They're doing quite a bit of damage with this dual scout setup, and Seized is going to be up close with the CZ, but he meets his doom to Scooby, and he hits the second as well with that AK-47. Still scouts to be dealt with, and tags being hit, and still remember, Adrian has this rifle in play, so still a decent chance here for his CT side. Hobbit looking to try and get up close. That's where the CZ is most deadly. Sviat around the corner, he knows he's there. Hits a first and a second as well from Hobbit. And now it's left all onto Little. 6 HP. Hobbit just ruins them with the CZ. And that's going to be a simple defuse for Adren. He was the man with the rifle. He didn't even need it.
Oh, I think he only got 1 kill as well.
Did he even get 1?
I think he got 1, yeah.
I thought it was Hobbit just killed everyone.
Yeah, he got 3 kills, but Adrian, he got 1 just before all of the CTs died, I think. I wish we could see, but we can't right now. I don't think he got a kill in the pistol, right? He died to the guy in pop. I honestly don't know. Whatever. I'm pretty sure that if my name was Mo, right now I would be slightly tilted. He might not even know this, but he tanked Little in the T-mid, and he even tanked him again in upper, but he tanked him through the wall, so he only dropped like 25 HP and then went down to 6. So, yeah, fast B-play here. And Seized is actually going to go down. Face crack once again with the entries, but this time he ends up dropping to the Molotov as well. A worthy trade, though, as now they have control of the B-bomb site, but the bomb is actually staying back. And I'm not sure I like that decision.
Yeah, this is just incredibly risky. They don't have the guns to actually take the fight, and Adren just ruins the remainder. Little is going to be lurking back, and the fact that now they know exactly where this bomb is, yeah, I don't think that that was the right decision. I'm not even sure really why they were doing it.
I assume, like, I mean, the only way that that can make sense, right, is if they pressure B so hard that the guy from Pop comes up quickly, Little gets the kill, and then he can run to A, or he can even run B again, right? But instead, in this scenario, it just ends up being the case that his teammates, they have no room to work with because they haven't taken any of the map control, and they don't have any grenades either, so they can't take the map control. And then they just have to win the duels, and from just default and behind oil is... I mean, that's pretty hard. Scooby flashed up, but somehow manages to stay alive for such a long time, and Mo actually ends up dropping, so man advantage for the terrorists going into this round, but that only stayed true for a very short amount of time.
Dosia already returning. Face crack. And we'll spot the aggression of Hobbit, and the same can be said in return. Nade just a little bit too short. Blair knows all about that.
About being too short? You are really just pulling out the sick ones here, Tom. You are treating us right now to the Tom show.
It's like a gun show, but less impressive.
Way less. But luckily, it's not just you showing your guns.
There's not much.
Flexing on them like Hugo. Oh my god. Okay. 3 versus 4 situation. Seized, drops the Molo in, try to deny the plant. It's not going to happen, but he's going to do a bit of damage. Scooby does find the 1 kill, that's all he's going to get. A bomb plant in a round like this, though, is fine. 2 kills as well. I think that's all right. Another would have been nice because of the golden rule of 3. For those
you
that did not...
love your golden rule of 3, don't you?
Actually, you started calling it the golden rule of 3. I just call it the golden rule.
Oh, okay.
So I actually hate the golden rule of 3, but I call it that now because because it's actually a better name. It explains it better. But for those that didn't watch yesterday, we call it the golden rule when you stay alive with 3 players or more, because then 3 players can drop for 2 players, but 2 players cannot drop for 3 players. That's basically the idea behind the concept.
Or that's the name of when Fnatic win back-to-back tournaments.
Yeah?
Golden rule.
Yeah, of course. That's exactly what it is, Tom. Little with the opener onto Doja. Adrian quickly doesn't trade it out, but evens up the numbers here as Mo now takes down Face Crack as well.
Yeah, Yeah, Adrian will be burnt out of that pop position. Back into a 3, well, versus 2 as Hobbit. Very quick to trade. Has to watch out for Little with that AWP. He's definitely someone to watch on this map. They're going to need him to try and get them back into this one. Mo as well. I think this is one of Mo's better maps, if not his best. I always enjoyed watching him on this map, so hopefully we're going to see a decent performance out from him.
I love watching Mo play Overpass. I think he's nutty.
I think there's a lot of AWPers that are just great watching on Overpass, though.
Yeah. It is a pretty good AWP map, especially if you play lesser teams, just because saw it versus Hellraisers versus Red Reserve yesterday. If you don't have a proper A default, the AWP can just really go to work.
Hobbit, though, is going to be waiting. He's low on HP, but they're actually looking to just split into the site, and the angles taken by the CT should actually allow for this, but Sviat... Oh, I thought he was just going to push in with the bomb. That would have annoyed me, especially because Hobbit's just holding the angle, waiting. Of course, he doesn't know that, but it's such a risky peek to take. Bomb is going to be available to be planted. I don't think there's anything they can do, but Mo will at least turn it into a 1 versus 3, make it very difficult for Sviat. A flank can even start to come in from Seized as well, so realistically, for him to get out of this situation, he is going to have to find a duel pretty damn quickly. Molotov will actually hold off Seized for a moment, and Hobbit's going to continue his push. So there is a chance here, but Hobbit just takes his head clean off. A 4th round will be in for Gambit in a row. And, well, yeah, Hobbit, maybe, you know, he said focusing on his own game.
Oh, really?
He's kind of doing that so far. 8-0.
9-0 even after this round.
Yeah.
So... pretty nice from him. Seized on the other hand.
I think I have to point out this is now the third time in a row where forZe have won the pistol and lost the follow-up rounds.
Yeah, they've been winning all their pistols today.
That is really bad.
That's insanely bad, yeah.
3 for 3 in pistols.
Even on a map like Train, on the T side, that should be one of the rounds that should be pretty hard to lose. Not sure I'm liking the decision of them like going slow here. Hopefully they'll get a flash or something. Maybe not. But Lil somehow manages to dodge that shot. A good Molotov comes in from Mo. I hate that as an AWPer. If you get the contact, you Molotov upper and they just rush out lower and kill you while you're running back. That sometimes happens. Didn't happen this time. Instead, it's going to be Seized with like a madman spray through the smoke here. Does connect a few shots, but not enough to take down one of the terrorist players. Instead, it's going to be Face Crank. The guy that gets so many entries gets yet another. Traded instantly, though, as Doja finds Jerry as well.
And now all the aggressive players are gone. That's where things become so much more difficult for the T's to hold on to this, as utility becomes a factor. And this is where we saw this being one of the most retakeable sites in the game, when people weren't so aggressive and tried to play back, and the classic sort of bounce a Molotov off of the, yeah, exactly, off the door, and it would just be a simplistic retake. I think that's one of the things that really sort of revolutionized the B site, was when everybody just went, what if we just push and get close to the connector and just hold off all of those rotations? Because there was a point where people would always just sit back, wait. Okay, I've got my Molotov ready. Don't worry, guys. Oh, they've got a smoke. Okay, I don't know what to do now. And they would just be like you trying to take wide peeks. I think the only person I can think of off the top of my head who managed to make that work is that ridiculous clip from Fallen, where he like jumps down the ramp, shoots the player on the bomb, and then gets the no-scope on the net. And that was one of the most incredible plays, which really shows how difficult it really is to hold it from a passive angle.
For sure. And he's even, I'm pretty sure they are forward to... Oh,
Jerry's walked straight out, Seized. Obviously, having his teammates set up so aggressive, expected. Oh, that's a horrible battle, but Dosia will come out on top. And actually, they've just cleared out B completely. Jerry alone has just walked in and taken down both players. He caught Seized on the timing because Seized thought Mo was set up. But now Adrian, well, had a chance. Tried to catch the bomb on the rotation. Dosia is nowhere to be seen and only has 19 HP. And the CT side, well, other than Hobbit, and don't have that much money. Okay, Adren has enough. Seized will as well. The other two are a little bit sketchy, but they will definitely have a buy into the next round. So Dosia may just want to try and hold on to this rifle, although Jerry coming around the corner will remove him. Good round from Jerry, 3 kills from him, and it is now going to be a buy back in. The question is, can they now string a couple together and get their T site off and going? Or is it going to be that reset round? And this, I feel like this is one of those pivotal rounds where I feel like if forZe lose this, Gambit run away with a half.
Yeah, I must agree. I mean, I really like forZe. I think they've had a great tournament run, but unfortunately I think the run ends in this map. From what we've seen so far, they're really good at winning piss rounds, but not so good at winning buy rounds or even anti-eco rounds. So without those, it's quite hard to win. Crazy round by Jerry, but it's kind of the same we saw on Cobblestone in the second half, at least, that pretty much the only round they won on their CT side, that's at least how it felt, was the one where Jerry got like 3 amazing kills out of nowhere. And then after that, they won, I think, another, and then they won one just due to economy, right? Adrian picks up Jerry, the guy that we just talked about, and Scooby also trades it out. A bit of an awkward battle there, but Bill finds a frag. Doja puts it into a man advantage situation as Mo also takes down Scooby. Now 3 versus 1. Doja will drop and face crack. We haven't seen him in many clutches, but he has been pretty amazing so far. He's going to keep doing the damage. I think Seized has his number here. Or does he? Do they think he's gone out of alley? Oh, Seized will check him now. And that will be all from this round.
Teammates. I think the one thing that you do have to give huge props to Gambit is on this map, they're so good at trading. Like, especially on the A side. When it comes to B, it's a little bit more sketchy. I think Seized has been overrun a few times on that side. He's not had the best day so far, especially with like timing and stuff as well, which not necessarily his fault, but yeah, when it comes to that A site, you can even just see in that round, it was like every time there was a kill, instantly somebody responded. Like Dosia trading Hobbit, Hobbit trading Adren. It was just so quick to make sure they knew where everybody was, and it's actually quite pleasant to watch, rather than even over, like, say, somebody just spraying down 4 people, just having like that almost return, just seeing the synergy of this side. And I do think that that's where they should trump forZe every single time.
That's actually also one of the things that Jerry said when I talked to him yesterday about North. He said that it's so hard to play against those top teams, and it's obviously also something that I felt, is that it's really hard to get multi-kills because it's almost always an instant trade. You can't just sit and hold an angle and win, 3 battles in a row. It's just not possible because as soon as you kill the first guy, immediately another guy comes out to trade. And you really need to use your grenades wisely to be able to actually get multi-kills, or at least have a teammate that's willing to sacrifice his own chance at a kill to flash you in or smoke or Molotov or something along those lines. This time, a bit of a slower round towards B. And as soon as they get contact on upper, they are going to burst out of lower. Unfortunately, it's not going to be the right decision, as it seems. Or at least it's not going to be fruitful. And now it's just left to Little and Scooby, who are without the bomb. And probably the only thing they have right now is a dream. And now that dream has been quenched.
To be fair, I dream about Dosia a lot, so maybe that's what they were dreaming about as well. Just him appearing.
Yeah.
Maybe not shooting them in the head, but who knows?
Depends.
Not going to ask on what.
Yeah.
Scooby left into a 1 versus 5, barely any damage done. I think best case he even gets a single kill on Dosia. Well, he's there, but it's actually Mo to find the frag instead. Flawless round. CT side building that economy back, but that was only a slight investment coming in from the T's. Not all of their money lost, and I think they should have somewhat of a buy. It's not going to be the best, but I think they can at least drop an AWP over to Little because FaceCrack had a bit of extra cash.
But so far, a pretty one-sided map of Train. T-side Train can be really hard, and it's really hard to mix as well. You really... Without executes, I mean, it is a pretty execute-heavy map, and it's understandable that they therefore just try to rush B a lot of the time. But they might be able to catch someone off or get a lucky timing every once in a while. Mostly, though, it will not be the way that you win the half. And Doja taking the map control inside of T mid grants him the first frag as well. And if they're able to hang on to this, I mean, It seems like they are almost like suffocating forZe. They just are not even giving them an inch in this match.
Yeah, Train, so far at least looking somewhat dead to rights. They're going to need somebody to try and turn things back. Little on that AWP. Mainly looking at you. 2 and 9 at the moment. Definitely hasn't had the flying start that they would have needed on Train. Well, already things are looking bleak. It's down to just Scooby and Little to try and turn the tide. There's only one man over towards this B site, so at least if they manage to get themselves a kill onto Seized, there's a chance at a bomb plant, but he's just waiting with the incendiary, with the smoke. He knows that he's got so much utility to just buy time, and that's just going to be painful for forZe. I think they almost have to either just save their weapons or just try and barrel out onto the site, and with the rotation away from Little, I imagine they may go for the Prior.
So, they are going to be just falling back. Ooh, what a scenic shot here. Like a small phone.
Oh, we get the music.
Is that... Does the radio play that there?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't spend so much time up in the lounging area of the train.
I do. I'm normally hiding.
Yeah, okay. Well,
Just crying.
whatever floats your boat.
I can't take the pressure.
But yeah, as it is being highlighted, Hobbit 11 to 2, Doja 14 kills already. That's pretty good in 10 rounds, I'd say. We'll see if he can continue. Now it's just a bunch of CZs, a single Glock, and the 2 saved weapons. An unlikely round, to say the least. And now, with the B stack here, might just get even more unlikely.
Already sees a 1-for-1 trade, not too bad early on, but they will lose a second. Of course, this is going to put the economy of forZe into disarray if they do lose this round. Of course, there's going to be a couple of players with next to no money. Okay, the loss bonus is building up, but Dosia, with the aggression, has already caught the bomb. Another goes his way, and well, now it's only on to Sviat. Doesn't have any armor. Has picked up an incendiary alongside the CZ that he started with, but going to need some sort of miracle here, some sort of big mistake from Gambit to get back into this round. Or it's actually an AWP down, which I feel like maybe a slightly better decision, actually going to Pop Dog with it. And that's a chance. Again, we sort of look at this B site. It is one of those positions where you do just send one player. The spot of Hobbit basically secures most of the spot towards A. Unless, of course, they go through Pop, which I imagine Mo will be watching. And so it's just going to come down to, can he actually get onto this site? Can he get a bomb plant? Because, as said, the money's going to be interesting in the next round. A bomb plant would actually help quite significantly. Mo throws an initial flashbang base, the second one from Edgerem, which is spot on.
Yeah, really, really nice synergy between the 2 players there. The 2 Kazakhs... What are you going to say?
Kazakhstanian.
Kazakhstanians? Sounds lit.
It sounds much better than English.
Yeah.
Or Danish.
No.
You just remind me of like the little pastries.
We are little pastries. Have you not seen my... I mean, I'm as... Okay. What?
Got like jam in the middle? I don't even know where to go with it.
Man. You know what? I don't even want to talk to you right now, Tom. It might be my job, but... I don't want to...
I thought your job was to entertain. Oh, yeah. No, that's Dosia's at the moment. Through the smoke. Face crack. It's like, look at him, he's just laughing away.
Was he?
He's just like this, like, aye. I love the player cams. They're so good. Well, clearly starting to enjoy themselves over in the Gambit camp. Rifle will at least be retrieved, so we're back to the same 4 rifles that we had initially, and Little with his AWP back in play. However, the T's again, I don't think we've even seen a round, or at least many, where they've got the opener. It seems to be Gambit every single time, just finding that opening pick, and then they just trade. Like, that's all they've really been doing. It's not been like the most complicated plays, but it's just been good fundamentals out from Gambit. Not really been giving too much away, and even Hobbit there, the spotting at least 1 player. I imagine he may have even seen the double, so Just going to be a little bit safer facing away from that AWP. A lot of utility has already been expended by the CTs, so there is a chance. But the fact is, the Ts don't have too much themselves. They've got a couple of smokes, 30 seconds left, and a lot of what they seem to be doing in these rounds is just waiting, hoping that Gambit makes some sort of mistake to give them back in. And then it's just a late, like, sort of messy execution that tries to get them onto the site. Smoke not going to be doing too much from the players. Elevated, Hobbit spraying down one, but they do actually manage to trade a couple back. Ooh, whether it's not going to work out, literally just doesn't have the time. The clock plays against him, and it's all going to come down to can he even save this AWP. If he goes down after the clock, after the moment, it could be problematic. Adren rounding the corner, but Little hits the shot, and whoa, facing down his opponent, looking into his eyes, he will at least hold on to that AWP. Pause going to be called. I imagine this is a tactical for forZe, but at this point, what do you even talk about? Like, what do you say in these moments? Like, we've been getting destroyed. Let's not do that.
It looks like it's Sviat. Yeah, it's just Sviat talking. It's not even Little, so maybe it's not even tactical. Maybe it's like, you know, him just trying to build morale, or maybe it's... I feel like I understand why he would be the one talking as well, because I feel like we've been seeing him last alive most, excuse me, most of the time. But it doesn't seem like he's not following the plan or something like that. It seems like he's just holding and waiting for a call or a decision or something they can do together. And it seems like no call will ever is made. And it's, you said it yourself, right? You said that it seems like forZe are just waiting for Gambit to make a play, and that's exactly how it seems. But in a 4 versus 5 situation, it's quite unlikely that Gambit will be the ones to make a play. So it seems like they're just unnecessarily waiting, hoping that they get free frags. But against a team as solid as Gambit, that's just never going to be the case.
Ooh, Little almost losing his life very early in this round. We've seen an investment of sorts. Of course, max loss bonus in. A bomb plant will be enough to get them whatever they want going into the next round anyway. So just going to go for some CZ. Scooby picks up an AK-47. Puts him down to $800, but again, it's not too much of a problem. And Seized in such an aggressive angle. Jerry not going to expect this. Viat going to come running in, and Seized just pre-fires the spot. Oh, Dosia so sneaky. He's going to be in from behind and catches Scooby as well. Now they finally turn around and realize, but Little's been tagged so low, and Dosia's just having an absolute field day at the moment. Like, that is not a sort of play that you make if this is a close game.
Definitely not. And look at Seized as well. He's gotten to the corner of the upper now. So I would imagine... Oh, that's a beautiful cam. The 4 times zoom.
Oh, dun, dun.
It honestly looked crazy. But here we go. Adrian just mopping the floor, but at the same time also just mopping up the remaining players. It's, I mean, a bit of an easy round for Gambit. I say easy, but it was off the back of some great play from both Seized and Doja. And then the last 2 players, there's just not a lot they can do. But I'm loving that cam. I love that character model. That exact terrorist. He just looks like he's always happy.
The Dust 2 one.
Yeah, the Dust 2 one, yeah. But that guy is surely the best on Train, Nuke, and the likes. He's always super happy. But like in a... It's not like he's overly happy, but he just seems content with the world. Little does take down the first player here in Dosia. And then gets taken out by a Kobe.
So confident from Seized. This is just ridiculous, just pushing all the way up. They've sort of seemingly just gone for the YOLO plays at this point on the Gambit roster, just sheer aggression. Obviously trying to turn the round back after the initial kill, but even still, they'll have the man advantage. They've set up Mo now over towards that B site, and again, forZe are going to be slowing right down. Sviat will spot Mo. Now knows there's at least 1 player over towards this B side of the map, but unless they can quickly remove Adren, they don't really have many options here. Look at the rotation as well from Hobbit. He's just going to be sat around in the back lines all the way towards the spawn. So again, he's done this before. And again, not something you see if it's a sort of closer position. because he just wouldn't sit that far back. He wouldn't push that far forward. It's such a risk to take, but at this point, Gambit are so far in the lead. B site is going to go into the hands of the T side, but again, it's looking like one of those positions where the CTs are more than happy to give this up. Mo does have to be careful of the position of sviat, though, and he will take it into a 2v2 at least. Push back in from Hobbit. CZ in hand. His teammate looking to try and come in on the flank, but is more than aware from Scooby, but he sort of switches away from his gun. Unnecessary, and now sviat is all that remains. Sprays down the first Adren. He can just stick this defusal. There's nothing that can be done here. Gambit with the retake, and again, that's looking more like a mistake than anything else.
But I mean, at this point, it's just Gambit playing with their food, it seems.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just toying with them. Doja pushing pop like that is something you would never see in a top tier match, you know, like in a close top tier match at least. And it's, I mean, actually a lot of credit to Hobbit for pushing T mid and just holding. I think they spotted both of the players, so what he's doing is taking aggressive positioning and then holding instead of pushing behind. He's not making the same mistakes as his teammates by playing overly aggressive or something like that. He's respectful of his opponents and his playstyle, and them playing default has just granted them so many easy wins. Now that they are, you know, unnecessarily aggressive and just making so many risky plays, it's clear that the rounds are getting much closer. And that's also going to be the case here, where they're actually trying to play default. FaceCrack opens up, sees an Adrian with one apiece, and then Little trades that out. So a 3 versus 3 situation once again. Seized up on mid side, and Mo gets found. Seized also gets found, and now, all of a sudden, it's looking like that could have been a hit, but not this time. Instead, 1 versus 3 clutch coming in from Hobbit. Has been having a stellar performance so far, but this is probably too tall of an order, and they are just gonna group up on him. 4 players. Not really looking all too happy, except for Jerry. I don't think that guy.
Happy.
Yeah, I don't think that guy has like a. I don't think there's like a setting in his mind where he's actually unhappy.
Maybe he did that thing where, you know, you put your hand up on your face and you're just smiling, and he just never put it back down.
Yeah, that would
See, without
make
the
perfect
hand,
sense.
without the hand motion,
yeah, you
that
can't.
sounds insane.
Yeah, for the viewers at home that can't see it as well.
What is that? I've already forgotten that code.
Julie's in the kit? What?
Yeah, sure. The new code is Julie's in a kit, not whatever that said on the poster.
Oh, sorry, I didn't even see the poster. I was looking at your beautiful face, Tom. But we don't see Julie's in a kit here.
Oh.
Honestly, the code should be Julie's in a kit. That would be sick.
Julie's in a kit.
Yeah.
You can enter that into the website and it will do absolutely nothing. But you'll
get a free $0.
You'll feel a little bit better about yourself for typing Julie's in a kit. Go there.
sviat. No armor. First guy to take a fight. I like C's. He's really... He's just spotting the info here. Jerry is not moving a muscle.
I do like this double pop setup, though. Not so. I don't feel like I enjoy it as much in a pistol round.
No, I feel the same.
In a normal round, it's fine, but against a Glock jumping down, I think that's really risky. Because especially if Jerry misses the shot, FaceCrack is almost definitely dead.
Yeah.
Because he's not facing the right way and spinning around like that with the USP. He'd have to do something ridiculous. So in a normal round, like buy round, I like this. But in this round, I'm a little bit worried. Push going to be coming in the meantime on towards site. Hobbit taking a lot of damage, but they are going to manage to get there anyway. Seized has himself the Molotov. And by the looks of things, they're going to try and double back around through the connector. And there you go. Dosia jumps down and instantly gets rid of FaceCrack. Hobbit down to 1 HP. Scooby will get rid of him as well. And there is a kit on sviat, but he's quite far away. Nice shot from Scooby. Actually gets a third and a fourth as well. He's having a stellar pistol round, and it's left all onto Mo, who's absolutely nowhere near the action. sviat is going to defuse that bomb. But what a great round from Scooby. Actually gets the ace in the end.
What a crazy round. It really looks like the guy is playing a million sensitivity sometimes, but on these pistol rounds, he's the most ice-cold player I've ever seen, and he just... It's the stand-in that single-handedly picks up the pistol round here, and I mean, it sounds really good for them to get the pistol round, but they inevitably will lose this coming round, and yeah, will probably be sent packing. That's at least been the story so far of this match of forZe versus Gambit. They've won 3, or well, now 4 pistol rounds. They have lost every single second round of every half. Let's see if today it changes. This time they haven't bought up, so at least they can win the second round.
Yeah, if they don't win this one,
I mean,
no.
Don't even start, Tom.
Surely not. Surely not.
That would be pretty nutty.
It's consistent.
Oh, I don't think he spotted him. He didn't spot him on... Okay, he did. Or he wouldn't use the model. I'm hoping. If he uses a model just for fun, that's crazy stuff.
No, I use it just for fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, just local supermarkets and all that good stuff.
Yeah, just throw a Molotov in there. That's a good nade.
Yeah, I think they
even
definitely
better
know
nade.
the Hobbit's there. But he actually doesn't get hit by the second one. He's defended by the oil. Rotation has come in. Didn't hit at least, but they're looking like they are finally going to manage to shut down a second round. Adren with the only kill, but the fact is the full conversion may not be coming in as there's AKs coming for forZe.
Yeah, and since they bought 2 Pharmacists and a Scout, the AKs will probably, you know, be in a better position in terms of weaponry. So maybe perhaps even an unlikely round for them to win. Well, we haven't seen Gambit here on the T side of Train. Perhaps they just have a complete mental breakdown and instantly loses this game, but at this point it's quite unlikely.
Hobbit looking to try and find something early through the smoke, but other than Little, nobody's going to be taking that fight. Scooby around the edge and the sixth sense of seized. We'll do a little bit of early damage, but not anything too crazy. Jerry looking for some aggression, obviously. Some limitations to their buy, but actually they're the ones with the heavier utility in this round, so we'll see if this actually pays off. He does have a bit of support from Face Crack, so may try and go for a bit of a bait and switch, but there's 3 players just waiting to try and round this corner. A minute left on the clock, and Jerry's going to go pushing in. Instantly meets his demise, and Adren doubles into the site. Sviat does at least manage to turn things into a 4 versus 3. There's actually a bit of a push coming in on the other side of the map from Seized as well. He's going to try and catch off the rotators. However, we'll see if the push onto the site itself actually works. Yet to get that bomb down, Mo. Now looks like he's closed things, and Little, although he hits a nice shot with the Scout, he's got so much left to do, and Dosia will stop him in his track. 13-5, no chance for any money to be built up by the CT side, so it is going to be a disjointed buy as Scooby and Jerry have next to nothing, but Little will have his all.
Sviat going to be buying up the remaining weapon, I guess you could say. Gets a smoke and double flash as well. We haven't really seen Jerry this match much. 6 kills only, unlike him. And I'm liking that he's still at least trying to make plays. He's now trying to push towards the B side. Last round he was inside team mid, got a bit of an unlucky timing. Of course, the unlucky timing was forced by a B lower smoke, I believe. We couldn't see the minimap, so I'm not entirely sure, but it felt like there was something happening on the other side of the map that caused the 3 T players to play in, and also caused Jerry to try to make a play. Another slow round coming in, and a bit of trading here.
CT's actually going to gamble quite heavily over towards this B side of the map. Already 3 players getting nice and close, and the 4th actually in the connector as well, so high chance for them to rotate. And of course they do have some severe limitations, so it's understandable. Peek out Little will net himself the first, and actually the bomb instantly just looks to fall back. In fact, there's been a push out onto the side itself in the form of Seized with that MAC-10. Yet to be spotted. He's got very far into the side of the timing. Will catch him down to just 27 HP. Still, he needs to be removed, and actually the rest of the players are just going to come barreling in. Seized continues. Hobbit has found one, and the bomb's going to be going down on the site. There's nothing that the CTs can realistically do about that one. All the remaining players with rifles for the Ts as well, and now the clock starts to tick, and there isn't a kit for this CT side to play with. However, Little finding a quick kill back in should make things really impossible. But Hobbit quickly finds 2 kills. It's left onto just Mo. He has himself a Molotov, but his angle onto the bomb is not the best. Luckily, as said, there isn't a kit, and this Molotov should be enough to just burn them out. Is it actually going to reach? Yes, it is. He can spray the feet out as well. Perfectly played by Mo. Round goes his way just based off that Molotov alone, and it is going to be a 14th in favor of Gambit.
Really, really nice round from Hobbit, but also Sees to moves out onto the side, gets a lot of area, and then drops down to 27 HP, but just does a really, really phenomenal job at just staying alive. With that, he allowed his teammates to just get so much closer and even let them get the bomb plant. And that was, in the end, what changed the outcome of that round. So, really, really good round from Seized. I mean, it's one of those rounds where, stats-wise, he has no impact. There's no damage
It's the same
per
as
round.
Mo.
Yeah?
We didn't. It was only Hobbit who got any kills in that round.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, but Mo still at least had some damage, right?
Well,
But
yeah, no,
Seized, he only took damage, and here we see him again. I mean, this is
too sneaky for you.
and he might even get another. Look, even his
just a fake.
aim is just, and it's even a fake. And Scooby gets dropped. I don't. I mean, it's to no fault of his own. There's just really nothing else he can do but go down in that situation. A perfect fake. 2 of his teammates get entry on the A bomb site, and as you have so eloquently put it previously, a bit of stat padding from Sviat. But it's looking bleak. 15-5 going to be coming in. And C is actually with 3 kills that round. I didn't even see he got another one. But these past 2 rounds at least, C's have just been winning them single-handedly, really. And even if you check here, he's got an average damage per round of 90, even though he only has 13 kills after 20 rounds. So he's been really, really solid. Also on the B-bomb side, I mean, he did lose a couple of rounds early on, but I think he had like 1 kill, 6 assists or something crazy at the beginning.
Well, he was getting timed on. Like,
Yeah.
It was like Mo would go to peek upper, and in the split second that Mo can't see anything, someone would run down the ramp and shoot him as he runs away. Like, it was.
Or they ran through his Molotov. That also gave him a lot of, damage, but yeah, it's just.
Wait, he got a kill off of the running through the Molotov.
Yeah, and then the second guy just fully ran through the Molotov. So, I mean, maybe not putting up the numbers necessarily, but definitely having a lot of impact. And Hobbit, I mean, he is putting up the numbers, especially this round. And Mo, probably the easiest kill of his entire career.
18-7, 19-7 for Hobbit. So, yeah, absolute domination from him. Dosia having a stellar performance as well. And Little left into the 1 versus 4. It is going to be Gambit taking their map pick in a much better fashion than the last. Domination, showing why they are one of the favorites at this whole tournament. And, well, I still want to go back and just say, like, from obviously forZe, they've had to face off against North and Gambit. They've taken a map off North. They could have even taken the series there. And in the first map, they came very, very close. So I don't think that this has been like a sort of write-off like a lot of people would have thought. Like, I will admit, I was one of them going into it. Like, looking at that first game of North, I was like, they're going to get destroyed. In the first map they did, I was like, yeah, there we go. forZe, they're going to be one of those teams that gets through the qualifier and then doesn't really show up too much. But I've actually been pleasantly surprised, especially considering they were playing with a player they've never met before.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And he's Ukrainian as well, and as Jerry said, they don't even have the same call-outs because they're from different scenes, and somehow they managed to make it work versus North, and now partially here versus Gambit as well. Not getting the 1 map win, but getting a pretty close scoreline against a team that's from their own region, but arguably way better. Not even arguably.
Not even arguably. They just are away. But yeah, especially on Cobble. I think that's what impressed me. Like, their Cobblestone game was actually pretty good, especially as a map that they were just sort of like almost freestyling. Like, it wasn't one that they said they practiced a lot. Obviously, the second one, you just saw the class of Gambit, like trading effectively, a lot of strong individual plays. They got confident after a while, very confident, and we saw aggressive plays that we sort of said they wouldn't be making against a top-tier team. And I think once that begins, I think we've seen it in the past with like old Fnatic rosters. Like, once they get into that rhythm, you're done. Like, you have to shut them down. You have to do something to say, hey, get back to your normal play style. Otherwise, that just means that the game is over. And they never really were able to do that. We saw Seized going ridiculously aggressive. Docio was just having a laugh, like spraying through smokes, running up pop, and just doing silly plays, but making them work as well. And I think everybody realized at that point, okay, there's no way that forZe are coming back into this game.
I must agree. It didn't really feel like a contest here on the last map.
Well, either way, that is our first best of 3 done and dusted. We'll be back with the second after the break. But first, some analyst stuff.
5 reasons to bet on bets.net. 1. We are not a bookmaker agency. We are a betting exchange. We are fine with any outcome of the event, so we have no reason not to pay your win. The information about the bets is available for everyone in real time. We stand for fair esports. 2. Instant replenishment and withdrawal of funds. No delays, checks, and restrictions. 3. Convenient mobile app on iOS and Android. All site functionality is in your pocket. Bonuses for each user of the app. 4. More than 800,000 people trust us. We are the most visited esports bet site in the CIS. 5. All coefficients are fully transparent and the commission rate is the lowest. We play fair and square. Bets.net. Visit us and win with us.